lives in shadows, hiding away. A hero awaits to emerge into day. His legacy lives in his son by his side. They're chasing a truth that can no longer hide. Captain Thunder and Blue Bolt, this is where the storm begins. Fighting unfairness and clearing his name. Lightning strikes and justice wins.
On a catwalk, Teresa struts her stuff, but the fame and attention just isn't enough. When the darkness descends, turning day to night, she takes to the skies with a blinding light. She's a sight to behold, sexy and powerful, brazen and bold. She's turning up for the fight, rooting out evil and shining so bright. Electric bolts from a stormy sky, leather wings of a dragon's flight. A psychic sword cuts through the night, a fiery heart standing ready to fight. Southern nights, they rise and soar, God in the south, yeah, they're ready to roar. From the shadows to the shining lights, that will protect you day and night. Southern nights.
In the shadow of the city, she listens deep, every whisper, every murmur, every secret we keep. Her ears catch the echoes of a world in despair. Murcielaga, she bad, she's always aware. Clearing streams in stables cold and gray. Shadows dance while horses softly neigh. He tells the creatures in the barn each night that one day he'll wear armor shining bright. From dawn to dusk he works with honest hand, feeding mares and working on the land. But he has his heart set on the table round, to join the knights who bravely serve the crown. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas. But chivalry demands self-sacrifice, and when folks need help, this boy does not think twice. He meets the need, though it costs him his dream. But maybe, maybe, maybe things are more than they seem. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas.
There's a shop on the corner with a sign that glows. Step inside if you dare, where the oddness flows. Ancient whispers echo through the dusty air. Shelves of fallen deities, all beyond repair. Gods and services, musical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Ciphus in the bargain bin, thunder on the cheap. Hades sells for half off while his minions creep. Aphrodite's beauty faded over time. Now she runs the counter in this celestial five and dime. Gods and services, mystical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Ciphus in the bargain bin, thunder on the cheap. Hades sells for half off while his minions creep. Aphrodite's beauty faded over time. Now she runs the counter in this celestial five and dime. Gods and services, mystical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice.
Wolverine McAllister, a name carved in the pines, a shadow on the ridges where the frontier aligns. With a rifle on his shoulder and a map in his hand, he roams through the wild, alone, rugged man. Oh, McAllister, the winds know your name. From the rivers to the canyons, they sing of your flame. Through the valleys and the mountains, your spirit runs free. A journey unending, as vast as the sea.
Tony's back in town today, hopping high, he's here to stay. Everyone can feel the vibe, chosen one of CG's tribe. Jumping in with flaring grace, half they smiles on every face. Ribbit, ribbit, and off we go. Tony's the star of the show. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong.
leaping through the streets at night, bringing joy and pure delight. Crowds are cheering everywhere. Frog Tony's back without a care. Hopping left and hopping right, sparking magic in the night. CG's hero love so true. Tony's here for me and you. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong. Bow down to Tony. He's the frog, our one and only. Chosen one, we've waited so long. Now he's back to right every wrong. Every wrong! Leaping through the streets at night, bringing joy and pure delight. Crowds are cheering everywhere. Frog Tony's back without a care. Hopping left and hopping right, sparking magic in the night. CG's hero love so true. Tony's here for me and you. Me and you. Every roll.
What's up, meatbags? It is the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, that dipshit who calls himself Frog Tony. And I'm joined, of course, by my right-hand man here, Autoy Fanboy. What's up, Autoy?
Not much, just ready to chill some books, baby.
Ready to shill some comics, talk some comics, and geek out. We don't nerd out around here. We geek
Nerd out. Oh,
no nerding.
dang it.
So we got a lot on the agenda, as you can see. The manga problem. We're going to talk a little bit about manga. Why is manga outselling? Whatever our thoughts on that. In fact, there's actually a manga/anime that's being adapted to American comic book style. Have you seen this? Toy.
I have not.
I'm good. So we'll talk about that, among other things. But before we get started, how you been? How's it been going?
It's been going good. You know, other than like the oppressive heat, things have been going good. Been kind of a boring weekend, though. Not a whole lot going
on. Seeing the opposite. What a manga in American style. We'll get to it, Beefy. You guys got to wait. You know, I don't just spill all my guts all at once. You got to anticipate. You got to bring a little bit of curiosity out of you guys. Is Jackie your left hand
sprinkle
man?
The breadcrumbs out.
Yeah. TJ, Transylvanian Jack, is the left-hand man on my right side. Of course, Autoy Fanboy is my right-hand man on my left side. And we're all feeling good. So much to discuss. My weekend's been pretty lackluster. I did get my copy finally after everybody else. Seems like everybody else got their copy of Pencils Down before me. I finally got my own. Not just one copy.
Yeah, to build that anticipation.
Not 3 copies. I got four, all 4 covers, of course, signed by Belmont. Of course, I also got my cover, with
the controversial one.
And the little, credits page at the end. My name's in there, contributing to the cover campaign.
Nice.
So, pretty nice. Pretty sweet. That would be my first comic appearance. It's pretty good. I did flip through the pages. I haven't read it yet.
That's true.
I flipped through the pages. It looks pretty decent. I'm seeing a lot of references to CG people. A lot of inside baseball, which I'm going to be honest, right?
A whole lot.
When it comes to this stuff, when it comes to these inside baseball type things, I think you limit your audience, right? It's funny for us. It's funny for people that know. But I think it's really hard. It's a hard sell to people outside that bubble. You got to make the jokes land universally, right? So, like I said,
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
When I start reading it, we'll see whether or not that's the case. I know, like, when I read the Clownfish TV one, there was a lot of inside baseball that I didn't know because I'm not a fan of Clownfish TV. I don't watch them. So I'm, like, confused by some of the things, right? So we'll see if that happens here. TJ, thanks for joining us. How's your day been?
I finally pulled up.
I didn't say you're left-handed, TJ. I said you're my right-hand man on my left side.
No, Booker asked me if I was left-handed. I told him no. My dad was.
Left-handed people. I heard a theory, TJ. Let me see if you ever heard this about left-handed people. Supposedly, there are no actual left-handed people in this world. That actually what it is a left-handed person is a twin. That the eggs split, and then the right-handed person that should have been born died because the left-handed person absorbed that part of the cell. So essentially, your dad killed his brother in the womb, TJ.
Oh, damn.
That's dark.
I know. I tell that to my kid all the time because my kid is left-handed. I'm like, you killed your sister in the womb, just absorbed and got that power. Like, that's why you're so big and strong. You absorbed your brother or sister in the womb.
That's what it is.
Booker said, after I got my left hand cut off, I was all right. Wah, wah. That would mean my mom had two sets of twins back to back. Well, it's true because people that have twins, if you actually look, people who have twins have a tendency to have more than one set of twins. It's more likely. Like if you have twins, your next child is more likely to be a twin than if it didn't have a twin.
Is it twice as likely?
I don't know if it's twice as likely. I forget what the actual odds are. I mean, I don't study this stuff. I just report weird science facts that I find online. Speaking of weird facts, we got to give a shout out real quick to Melvin. Melvin donated $25. 25 big ones.
Shout out.
He wants me to review Dark Harvest. I was confused at first because he's like, I want you to review Dark Harvest. I can't wait to see what you say about Drinker's book. I'm like, no, Dark Harvest is by Ethan Van Sciverts. It's the new the Cyberfrog comic. But apparently, Will Jordan, Critical Drinker, does have a book called Dark Harvest. I've already taken the money.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I bought it. It's going to be delivered on the 16th. It should be here. And then it's going to give myself a week to read it. And then that Wednesday, we should have a review of it live. Should go over the book and give my feelings and thoughts on it. So that should be
nice.
And of course, with a big donation like that, since this is the first show after the donation, we got to give them the donation song.
Niggas can be gay too, whether you like it or you love it, whether you're kissing or you're touching, you're right or lust, I know you love it. Niggas can be gay too, there ain't nothing you need to hide. Video games won't really survive, tomorrow you might not be alive. Niggas can be gay too. Niggas can be gay too.
I really need a CG Suburbs friendly song in order to play for Big Donos. I gotta.
True.
I played it and then I thought, wait a minute, this is a new no drama thing. It's kind of a little bit of a drama song, a little bit of a. So forgive me, guys. We also got a $2 donation from Eric Winberg. So shout out to Eric.
Shout out.
I always appreciate the support. He's always here to support us. And you know what they say?
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's right. They hate us because they ain't us. That brings us to $100. I know this is not the time and place, but $100 out of the $700 for No Monster September. So please, let's not hit that goal. Let's not. No. Let's not go. Let's not hit the goal. Let's not get close. Let's get close, but not hit it. All right, TJ, how's your week been? How you been doing?
Well, there's word floating around that Pattinson, Robert Pattinson might actually be in the DCU. So I'm trying to test that theory. Would it work if they did? So I've started watching The Penguin. It's good shit. And the way they depict Gotham so far, I'm seeing, might actually work. We'll see. I'm gonna watch the rest of the show.
I don't know if it would work because I think the time, right? The setting at what point in time it's taking place. I think it's slightly different than the Superman movie.
Yeah. They'll have to pull off some, the same shit they pulled with the Peacemaker, right? They'll just sneak him in there, just shove him in.
Well, they'll say that the show is like an Elseworlds version of Patterson's, so it's like similar but different, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
They could do that. All right, enough of that silliness, guys. One of the greatest animes of all time, one that my father enjoys so very much, despite getting very mad. He gets super mad when I remind him that this is an anime. He's like, no, it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon I watched as a kid. I said, no, Dad, you watched anime, you fucking weeb. Okay. Speed Racer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Now the headline says Street Racer for some reason because CBR is retarded and they didn't realize that the show's called Speed Racer, not Speed Racer. Street Racer. But it says following contains spoilers for Speed Racer #1. So they wrote it right in the rest of the article. It's just the headline. So,
yeah, that's a place to make a mistake.
The best place because I was confused as fuck when I saw. I was like, "Oh, is this like a knockoff of like Speed Racers, like a Americanized version?" It's like, no, it's an official Speed Racer. And now that Japanese properties are coming over to America, becoming comic books, is that the end? Is that the end of the American comic book industry, guys? Are we going to be invaded? Is this the great comeback from the land of Nippon? We bombed them into submission in World War II, and now they're going to steal our comic books from us. Is that what it is?
I think that's the case right here. Yeah.
This is their revenge.
It says now, before I get into the main point, let me note that a big issue with discussing licensed works is that you never really know what the license says. So you can question a decision, but that decision might have been determined by the people who hold the license, and thus it was not a decision within the comic book itself. So things are tricky when you get into licensed books and determinations of how said books are handled. With that in mind, there are generally 3 different approaches when adapting an older piece of intellectual property into a comic book series. There is the, quote, just do what they did originally, just in comic book form and with new stories approach. There is the, quote, this doesn't work as is, so we will need to make changes to make it work for modern comic book audiences approach. Modern comic book audiences. That means make it female.
Good.
Make it gay and put a girl in it, right?
Yeah. Make it for wine moms, sure.
Yeah. And finally, there's the bones of the property are good. We'll just update it with a new comic book series, quote, approach. In this instance, the bones of Tatsuya Yoshida's iconic manga/anime Mach Go Go Go, which we know in the States as Speed Racer, were very good. There really isn't a lot that would need to be changed, and so it was very cool to see Mad Cave's newest series, Speed Racer, just make those minor changes to the status quo and otherwise simply follow through on the already cool world that existed for the fun characters. I don't know. I think you would have to... there's a lot of changes that would have to be made. I don't know how familiar the writer of this article is with Speed Racer as far as the whole mythos and everything, right? But I mean, if you watch the cartoon or the manga, the anime, whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you watched it, you know that there's like international crime rings. There's an international racing association. Everything has a very 70s aesthetic to it, right?
Right.
I mean, you've seen what they did in the movie, the live action movie, how like they had to go over the top and make it like really ridiculous. Like Speed Racer is almost a timepiece, right? Because the cars go so fast, right? The cars only go so fast because the fastest cars during that time were, they only went so fast. So then, like, could you imagine a speed racer and he's like, oh my God, he's going 90. And you're like, wow, that's not really that fast speed. Like maybe 70s, like, right? Like, so I think you'd have to change a lot. So Speed Racer #1 is from writer David Pepose, artist David Tinto, colorist Rex Locus, and letterer Buddy Buden.
Buden, oh no.
Yeah, Eric July's favorite. And it does a really nice job keeping everything that worked in the original series, which is a lot, while adding some new touches and basically merging various takes on the character into one merged version of the story. I really liked, I don't know if you remember, I want to say early 90s, was it 90s? Late 80s, early 90s. There was an American Speed Racer series. You remember that?
No, but I was in college, so
yeah, it was a cartoon. I think it was on like, I'll say either Fox or like Channel 7. It was on like a major network because it even played during the like prime time. It wasn't like a kid's cartoon where it played like Saturday morning. It was like a Wednesday evening or something like that. I mean, that's how ambiguous. That's how well known Speed Racer is as a property, right? That it had a cartoon in pretty much, I think it was either prime time or just right before prime time, right? Television show, and it was badass. They updated it. They kept the spirit. The animation looked good, and then it got canceled before they revealed that Rex Racer was Racer X. Broke my heart. It says one of the major decisions Pepose has to decide is how to handle Rex Racer, Speed's older brother, who was the star racer in the family when Speed was a child. In the original story, he and his father had a falling out and he disappeared, only to show up as Racer X. In the 1990s anime remake of the original series, which is what I was just talking about, Rex was believed to have been killed, and that was the version they went with in the American live-action film version of the story. And sure enough, that's what Pepose goes with as well.
There you go.
Rex Racer is like the original Winter Soldier. He like disappears, pretends to be dead. Seriously, he pretends to be dead. Then he becomes like an international spy, right? He's like a spy / assassin. It's crazy. Like in the 70s, I think you could believe that like some guy in a mask was like in races, but I don't think that flies in 2025. You go, how did that guy enter the race? He's wearing a mask. Like you got to know his identity to give him the money, the check, the insurances and everything, right? Like you just can't have a guy like whose identity is unknown. Like the same thing like
in
wrestling
Twisted Metal, but other than that,
yeah, but like
but
wrestling
that's,
does the
in
same
the apocalypse,
thing, right? Like you know who Rey Mysterio is. Like that's not a mystery, but there's like wrestlers that are supposed to be like mysterious. They wear a mask and you don't know who the guy is. It's like, yeah, but how does he get paid? That makes no sense. Spider-Man was funny because Spider-Man actually addressed that in the comics where they made the check out to Spider-Man when he was on the Tonight Show, and then like the bank's like, we can't cash this. We don't. You don't have an ID that says Spider-Man. Terrigen says Speed Racer is awesome. It's crazy. Tony missed the drama on the Fin stream. I don't. Today's not a drama day, so Speed Racer is not gay, Mikey. Speed Racer is fucking awesome. Okay,
it's cars. Come on.
It says I think it's a good change, even if it's always strained credibility a bit, because it's just so much more dramatic than Rex disappears and vows to be the best race car driver ever, and a mysterious Racer X, who is the same age as Rex, is now the best race car driver in the world, but always defers his chances to win the race to Speed Racer, someone who has no direct connection to. So I like it. Another change that I think worked really well is the idea that Speed is racing in underground racing clubs, sort of like the Fast and the Furious. It's a smart update to the concept, especially with the use of the Spurtle Racer as the hype man and the social media guy and an online. I think he meant Spritle. It's not. He spelled this wrong. It's Spritle, not Spurtle.
Spurtle.
Yeah, that's why I was confused for. I was like Spurtle. I was like, an online gambling guy. So now Speed Racer is racing in underground races.
Oh shit, the Akira mod. Look at this.
Yeah, it is 100% the Akira fucking pose. I don't like this. I think this is a stupid change.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Because he's supposed to be famous. He's supposed to be like world famous, internationally known, right? Like the races were supposed to be like televised, and that's the whole thing. Is like the bad guys are like, oh, okay, they went around a corner where the cameras weren't, and so like now they start cheating, right? Like that's why like it was so dramatic. Like, oh no, Speed's got to do something before like he gets back on the camera. You can't fuck around, right? Like just being in an underground race, like that means anything goes. You might as well just have machine guns on your fucking car. Ah, look at this. She's got the
mental
woke
illness
haircut. Yeah. It says those are the sorts of changes that don't put a dent in the original concept and only add layers to the story, which helps make it feel more timely. It does put it puts a huge dent in the concept because in the original Speed Racer manga and anime, Rex gets into a wreck, right? That's the reason that Pops forbids Speed from racing. And then Speed he gets in the car, he races, and that's like the whole like, oh no, like someone could die, someone can get seriously injured because these races are dangerous.
You know?
Yeah. Being in the underground races, you're like, hey, son, let's go get you into this underground death race because Dad doesn't care. Dad needs to win money gambling.
Go race with Don.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, you turn fucking Pops Racer into some degenerate, right?
Yeah.
So fucking weird. Yeah, it says one of the hardest things to pull off in this comic is how to adapt manga-style characters without losing the thrilling, dynamic style of Tatsuya Yoshida and still keep the characters within a more traditionally Western art style. And Tinto and Locust do a great job of that. A really tricky task. I don't know. It looks good. I like the art, but if I didn't see the car, right? Let's say this car was just all white or whatever, and you went, "What is this?" I'd go, "I don't fucking know. It's just a racing thing."
Looks like
it doesn't scream. Yeah, it doesn't scream Speed Racer. Other than this being the
car. The car looks great though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the car looks awesome.
On point. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only thing that looks like Speed Racer. Like nothing else. Maybe Pops a little, but. Like Speed, this is trying to do like this looks like an American manga. These look like traditional Western. This looks more manga inspired. Like it's all over the place. I think the art. I don't think it's got a consistent look. All right, what else is? In addition, of course, it's difficult to handle action scenes that are built around things that are inherently in motion, since the motion can truly be depicted on a page. Which is why you'll notice that there really aren't a whole lot of car chase sequences in comic books. Well, there are tons of them in TV shows because the lack of movement makes it hard to make a car chase really work on the page. Ooh, tell that to Immortal Mask. Immortal Mask has a car chase scene that's pretty fucking decent. I know that sounds bad when I said pretty fucking and then decent. No, I mean pretty good. I think who else has a car chase? Fuck, there was somebody that was showing off their comic that had they're talking about it. It has a lot of car stuff in it. Can't remember now. And then like Speed
Demi-Foot?
Racer,
That's got a lot of cool AMC car stuff in it.
It might have been Demi-Foot. And then Speed Racer specifically, again, if you go back to the original anime, there was very few frames of animation in the original anime in order to cut cost on production. So, like, they still were able to pull off dramatic races with very limited frames and everything. So you could do the same thing in the comic book. I don't think it's that hard. What do you think, TJ?
They learned skipping frames from manga, funny enough. And it works.
It says, however, it obviously can be done. David Aja, we'll go with that. did a particularly amazing job of a car chase in the classic issue of Hawkeye, for instance. And Tinto and Locust pulled it off nicely with their car driving scenes, including the awesome Wacky Races-esque battles that the various cars get into during those races. Yeah, see, look, now they got fucking guns and shit. That's not a speed racer.
Oh, no, this is Twisted Metal at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosion. Speed Racers is supposed to be like the guy has a magnet on his car and like it like sucks Speed Racer's car closer, like stupid shit, right? Like that guy's car got an extra wheel and that helps him like balance around corners, like stupid stuff like that. Like the car's going real fast and turns, and then like it goes up on the side and then the wheels turn sideways, right? Like gimmicks, sure, but not like, hey, we're blowing each other up and like, you know, trying to see who survives.
Freaking laser cannons over here.
Right.
It says bringing in an outside gang element is an inspired choice. No, it's not. Again, the whole thing is he's just a race car driver trying to win races. He has no idea. Like, Speed is supposed to be almost oblivious to all the shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Like, he defeats guys in races, but he doesn't realize, like, oh, that guy's like stealing plans from some other guy, and he's using the race as a cover. But that's where Rex comes in, right? Also, Rex Racer, like
football, right? Like soccer. You know how there's the crime element, like all the gambling shit and kidnappings and stuff outside the field. You don't see it in the field, but you see it happening outside. That's Speed Racer.
Yeah. Because again, it'd be like they'd be doing a race like, oh, this is a cross country race from like Poland all the way to like France, right? And it's actually like, so one of the cars is actually smuggling goods, and they don't know. They're using the race as a cover to smuggle goods across the border, right? It's like Rex Racer. That's why Rex is there to stop this guy smuggling guns. Like Speed doesn't know. He's just trying to win a fucking race because he's Speed Racer. Man, it's almost like people don't know like the actual spirit. John Wong says, WTF? This guy needs to read Initial D. Hell
Initial D is badass. I love it.
Initial D is really, really fucking good. And that car became like an icon, right?
The music, too.
All right.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Boring. Got to be like all the previous adaptations. Shaking my head.
True.
Yeah. And I think this guy doesn't like. He doesn't know what Speed Racer. Like he hasn't experienced Speed Racer. He knows of Speed Racer. I think he doesn't really like read Speed Racer. But George is going to tell us why we're all wrong, right, George?
Mic check. How's my sound?
You sound good. Sound like
good. It sounds good.
Oh, man.
It's not vibrating.
Nope.
Why are you vibrating, George?
The rain in Spain grows mainly in the plain. Did any of that cut out?
Nope.
Okay, thanks for helping me with the audio, guys.
No problem. Anytime, Dave.
Oh, George.
Says bringing in an outside gang element is an inspired choice as it ratchets up the danger and takes the risk out of the racetrack and into the streets, as it were. So you have the dangers of the main racing story, you have the underground races, and you have the gangs being involved outside all that. There were gangs in the original series, but they tended to be more tied into the actual race stories. Here, you can diversify the plots a bit. There were no gangs in the original. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? There's no gangs in Speed Racer. They're like international crime rings. They weren't gangs.
Not street thugs.
Yeah. Ice Cube and Tupac.
Crime syndicates.
Yeah. And it usually was like a crime syndicate hired a racer. Like the racer wasn't like necessarily part of the crime syndicate, right? I think there was a few instances, and there was like race teams, right? There was like, oh, the one race team that had like all the acrobatic race team or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. Like you could make a side story where there's mafia drama, sure, but not gangs. Not not during the races.
I mean, it's racing. There could be all kind of like outside the race drama with like people fixing the books, cooking the numbers. some guy bet a whole bunch against Speed, so like he's trying to make sure like he gets knocked out of the race, right? Offering bounties,
Yeah,
like
it's just trying to make us
take
nut.
if you take Speed out the race, you get $1 million. So people are gunning for him, but like Speed has no idea what's going on, right? Like that's the point. Like people keep gunning for him, but he doesn't know why. He's just like, because they just think I'm really good. I'm just a really good racer. And then he always gets saved by Rex. That's the formula. Don't fuck with the formula. Says P-Pose has given himself a good deal of room to tell all sorts of stories with this setup. And with the already existing characters being so strong to start with, the book is in really strong shape right out the starting gate. Trixie doesn't get a lot of panel time, but I think we'll see her develop a bit more in the series, especially her background with her dad, which isn't really all that prominent in the original series. Still, she's such a cool character that I'm sure we're going to get some great stuff from her in the future. No, she's not. She's just supposed to be Speed's girlfriend. She's just a prop. Just stands there looking pretty. P-Pose has already made a name for himself as a guy who can take the what works about a property, keep that, and update the rest. And so much works about Speed Racer already, so there's less of a challenge for P-Pose. But hey, that doesn't mean what he does do isn't very impressive as it is. This is a really fun book that will appeal to nostalgia fans and people who don't know Racer X from Weapon X. Wow, that was gay. That's a gay little thing you did at the end there. So do you think that we're going to get a lot more manga turned into comic books? Will this work?
I hope not, if this is the direction. God damn. They just turned Speed Racer into Twisted Metal. Just make a Twisted Metal comic.
They actually do have a Twisted Metal comic.
Yeah, I know the origin of Calypso. I actually read that one.
Yeah, and then it just flies in the face of all the other in-game.
Yep.
Credence says, race. It's all about race these days. Woke. Methodic, probably. So I don't know. But I think this highlights one of the benefits of manga over comic books, right? And we talked about this a lot, and people like to sort of deny this, but this isn't a superhero comic. It's a racing comic at its core, right? A racing manga.
Right.
That's why it's really popular. That's why it's different. Like, everyone wants to compare Marvel, DC superhero comics to like manga as a whole, and it's just it's not what a company. Manga is not a company, right? Manga is not like, oh, manga. It's just one company and all the mangas come out of it. No, it's like a whole genre, and it's like
a lot of tourists treat it that way. That's the problem, right?
And then you have subgenres, right? And you got all that other stuff. So it's like. That's why I think these comparisons, like when they go, manga is beating Western comics, I always go, no, not really. I'm like, One Piece and like JJK and Spy X Family are beating Marvel, but like then there's this like long line of other shit that's coming nowhere close to Marvel, right?
Oh yeah, the trash. Yep.
I wouldn't even call it trash. Like some of it is just like middling or just good, right? But it just
or the subgenres that the same zeros would actually despise.
I mean, look at Detective Conan is a detective manga about a little boy, right? It's about a teenager who turns into a little boy, but still, you know what I mean. You know, it's a comic book that isn't a classic superhero comic, but one we should support.
What's that, Tony?
Demi-Foot, Urban Sasquatch. Guys, it's got 2 days left. It's got to hit its goal of $8,000. Demi-Foot by Darren Wagner. I got that link. Got that link, boy. I need that money, and I got that link. Demi-Foot, Urban Sasquatch. Let's take a look at the trailer. Give our thoughts. I do like that he showed off like the early art.
Yeah.
The, early pencils, concept sketches, whatever you want to call these. How he's evolved. It's almost Frankenstein-ish in these early sketches. He looks like so Elvis, just like in that one pose. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna like a country singer. Yeah, like he's gonna go to a honky tonk.
Reminds me of the 90s Professor Hulk. Remember when he had the split hair? When he was actually bothering to comb it.
This cover is so badass. I like this.
Yeah, that cover rules.
Oh shit! It's a nice touch.
It is. I didn't know. I don't think is that new. I don't remember that being there before.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I think it's been there for a while. I do remember it.
Unless they kept stopping the video, like, oh, that must be the end of the video, right? Stopping it before the big AI. Tony reads Yowie. I don't even know what that is, sir. I don't even know what that is. Word check. 1, 2, 3. Is my text coming in? Can you all read my text? Typical George. All right, so it says the saga begins with a broken man, Jake Yeager, former Navy frogman. Hey, you can't use that name. We're suing him. TJ, get the lawyers. Now a shambling, rickety veteran suffering from ruined joints after a diving accident. A man crippled in the prime of his life and freshly discharged from the service he loved. Jake now finds himself returning to his home city in Cooley City. But as Jake Yeager will soon discover, the old adage, you can never go home again, will be truer for him than he ever imagined. So like I said, you got the Dillard. Dillard Draws is handling this book. He's doing a hell of a job. This looks so much better than his work on Yellow Flash. Not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, this looks killer. And I love the cars. They're all AMC style cars from like the 70s and 80s. It's really cool. Yeah. It's a nice touch. Like they have this universe that they succeeded.
Yeah, well, he said in this universe they never went out of business or something like that.
Right.
And again, I know nothing about cars, so like everyone keeps talking about that, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
I just remember them as a kid.
Notice?
I remember them as a kid, and they were kind of goofy looking, but like then you saw them in like Wayne's World, and you're like, oh, I get it now. I get it. But they're gone.
This looks badass too. I like this. He's climbing up the wall, very Hulk-esque. So there it is, guys. Demi-Foot, Urban Sasquatch, $15 with an estimated shipping of January 2026. It is a fixed goal, so I believe that means if they don't hit the goal.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna extend it, because it ends in 2 days if they don't hit the goal, or what the plan is on that. But it looks good. I'm giving it my Frog Tony stamp of approval. Go ahead and back this. I shouldn't say that. Last guy I gave my stamp of approval to, like, turned on Comicsgate 2 days later. So.
I'm sure that had nothing to do with you.
I hope so. No, I think it had everything to do with me. It's not even gonna lie. So. There's an article here about 15 things you didn't know about the Thing. Now, most of it is stupid shit that I don't even want to cover, but one of them really piqued my interest. Okay, because this is something I legitimately didn't know, and now that I hear it, I can't unsee it. Okay, are you ready for this?
I don't know. You got me worried now.
Yeah. Jack Kirby intended for the Thing's skin to be like dinosaur hide. Joe cemented the Thing's skin as being rocky. So apparently, Jack Kirby never meant for the Thing to have rocky skin. That was never his intention. When he drew the Thing, I guess in the original pencils you could see it better, and then they inked it and they made it more rock-like because the inkers didn't understand what Jack was going for. So apparently it was supposed to be like thick hide.
Yeah, the way he draws T-Rexes, right? Like I can see it now. Well, he drew back in the gap.
Yeah. It says, when the Thing debuted, Jack Kirby had an entirely different take on how the character should appear. Jack Kirby noted at one point, if you'll notice, the beginnings of Ben, he was kind of lumpy. I felt that he had the power of a dinosaur, and I began to think along those lines. I wanted his flesh to look like dinosaur hide. So, never meant to be rocks. Says the issue is that Kirby's inkers couldn't figure out what Kirby was going for. So he would pencil one thing, but the inks would look rockier than scales. Kirby still continued to note that dinosaurs had thick-plated hides, and of course, that's what the Thing had. However, his inkers kept making the Thing's hide look like rocks. And finally, when Joe Sinnott became Kirby's regular inker on the series, Sinnott would add a lot more to the art than the other artists, and it was Sinnott who solidified a constant look for the Thing, and that look was rocky.
Yeah, like George is saying now.
What's that?
Like George is saying now, Sinnott was the one who solidified that he's rocky.
That's what the article just said.
Why are you yelling, George?
Yeah, you're literally, George, you're literally typing the exact same thing that the article's saying. Do you think so we always say like Kirby and them, they're the greats, right? They created all these great characters. But if Thing had been portrayed as having dinosaur hide rather than rocks, if he wasn't rocky, would he be as cool, right? Do you think the character would have just fell off? Or do you think it still would have worked without the rocks?
Well, if it was like plated armor, like he was saying, I think he would have kept going like the same way. Although the storyline with his girlfriend, his blind girlfriend and stuff, would that hit as hard? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like his look is just so iconic, right? Like the Thing, the Rocky, the orange skin. If it was like
the fact
orange,
that he's made of rocks also makes sense, right? Because you have the stretchy man, and you have the fireman, and then you have the rocky man. See?
Yeah, it's like the elements, right?
Right.
You got he's stretchy, he's fluid like water. You got a guy who's on fire. She turns invisible like the wind, and then like he's solid like the earth.
The 4 elements.
And then look, like his look is so classic, right?
Yeah, that's badass.
The eyebrows too.
Let me see. Look at that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if that was like dinosaur hide? No, I think it looks
the
so
abomination,
dumb.
Right?
Pretty much. Like even this wouldn't look as badass because then like the idea that his skin is so hard because it's rock, right? Like if you're like, oh, it's dinosaur skin, you're like, oh, why is he so tough, right? Did you guys know that Ben Grimm is Jewish? CBR would like you to know that. In case you weren't aware. Also, apparently there's a story where the Thing turns back to human because he got too hot. Did you guys know that?
Oh, look at that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, apparently when they go back in time to fight Ramatut, he turns Ben into a slave, and then the sun is so hot that Ben turns back. I guess the spirit of the Jewish slave goes into Ben, and he becomes a man again.
He has to exodus out of that rock.
Yeah. Then later on, they had to retcon it and say that actually Doctor Strange had traveled back in time, and his astro form did magic on Ben. They just the Fantastic Four was just never aware of it. But yeah, I don't know if he was not rocks, I think it wouldn't have worked. I think it wouldn't held up as long as it has.
Yeah. He'd be a lot weaker too. Let's face it. If it's just hide.
That's
right?
true too.
And then he just be like, they just give him lotion, right? Because like, oh, right now he's like his skin is rocks. They're like, oh man. But like, oh, his skin's just a little like funky. Like, give him some lotion.
It's just psoriasis.
Yeah, it's just kind of extreme psoriasis. It's okay. The thing was based on Kirby, so him being a Jew is expected. I know. It was just like, because the article's like 15 things you didn't know about the thing. And I'm like, everybody knows he's Jewish. It's like, and did you know that the thing feet and hands digits reduce in number because the thing is mutating to the aliens that hit the FF with the cut? I didn't know that. John Byrne established thing is a Jew. Did he?
Yeah, because it's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, right? They weren't really saying outright that they were Jews. So obviously they'd add that later.
See, the thing's the best member of the Fantastic Four, says Mikey Goats. Yeah, I don't think he'd be as iconic. I think he would have just, what up, Eric? I think he would have just been an also ran. Just like, that's kind of a guy. Yeah, the same thing with like his skin color, like that orange rock is what makes him the thing.
It's unique, yeah.
Speaking of unique, we got the deadliest predator yet was just unleashed on the Marvel Universe. This has got to be the stupidest. I hate these fucking crossovers so much because they never make any sense. Okay, it never.
Someone has to be nerfed for it to work.
Everyone has to be nerfed. Because it makes no sense. Like when it comes to like say the Punisher kills the Marvel Universe, you could sort of turn your head sideways and go, he's dealt with all these people, so he knows their weaknesses. He knows what to expect, right? But the Predator comes down to the MCU, to the Marvel Universe. He doesn't know the Thing exists or the Hulk or Namor or Doctor Strange. He doesn't know what magic is or cosmic energy, right? He would have no defense for it. He would just go there and they would just hand his ass to him. Right? That'd be the end of it. But no, you got to nerf it and like make it in such a way that like he's competing on the same level as these characters that can like literally destroy shit with their mind. How does he stop Magneto? All his implants and all of his metal, and Magneto kills him like that. But apparently they're going to give him adamantium, or no, not adamantium, vibranium. He's going to have vibranium weapons.
Oh boy.
Predator kills the Marvel Universe. It's going to be Predator King or some shit like that. Look, it's like Weapon X. It's Weapon X Predator, guys.
Oh God. I mean, I love Predator, but this is silly.
Like, see, like
isn't
you
there a
can
new
have
Predator movie coming out?
There is.
It defeats itself because of
Yeah.
the Predator himself. The character is definitely influenced by Wolverine.
Well, I mean, there's a fucking Predator TV show, the cartoon, right? Like where like normal people are killing the Predator. Normal people,
good.
like a Viking from Viking times beats the Predator, and you go, now the Predator is going to defeat the entire Marvel Universe. You go, what?
Shit,
Donald,
the very first movie, the Dutch kills the Predator. You know.
Yeah. Fucking the second movie, Danny Glover kills the Predator.
Daniel Glover. Yep.
Right. Yep.
Says Marvel has slowly been pitting various Predators against its most famous superheroes, from Wolverine to Black Panther to its latest, a rare R-rated Spider-Man adventure that ratcheted up the gore with Spider-Man's story to a shocking degree. Now, the creative team of that series is going even further as a new version of the Predator takes on the entire Marvel Universe, and CBR has an exclusive preview of the first issues of the series, which is our next week, revealing why this version of the Predator is so particularly deadly. Like, if they did a story, or like like the Stranger, right? Because the Stranger captures people. He does weird experiments. He likes he's the sciencey space god in the Marvel mythos, right?
Yeah.
Like you could say like he captured a bunch of like guys like Kraven the Hunter, like a Punisher, like these low level guys that he then pit the Predator against, right? He's like, you guys think you're the greatest hunters or the greatest assassins. Now fight the Predator, right? And like the Predator's fighting like these normal people that, you know, it could go either way, right? You could go like, I don't know. Kraven the Hunter might be able to get an advantage. Maybe he doesn't, right? Like they're both these traditional hunter type characters, but like he fights the Hulk and you go, yeah, he fights Wolverine. Wolverine can like has exploded himself into like a cell and just recombined and fucking came back to life. You go, oh, but the Predator's gonna beat him. The way they always kill the Hulk is lazy. They always shoot Bruce. Bruce would have done that a long time ago. Hulk can only die if he gets thrown into the sun, I think. I don't know if you could destroy the Hulk by reducing him on a molecular level. Throwing him in the sun would not kill him because the solar radiation, part of the solar radiation is gamma rays. So he'd be stuck from the gravity and not be able to get out of the sun. But I'm pretty sure the Hulk doesn't need to eat, right? So it would just be there forever. I mean, the whole thing of killing Bruce Banner makes no sense because there's literally a comic called The End, the Hulk, where the Hulk changes back to Banner. Banner dies of old age and then immediately turns back into the Hulk, and the Hulk is the only one left. Like the Banner personality is gone from his mind because it died.
It's like the symbiote almost.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah, so what about the cosmic threats? No way he can kill them. I mean, the Phoenix, you got Silver Surfer, you got all the cosmic heroes. Captain Marvel, I know everyone hates her, but still.
Galactus.
But Iron Man can take out Predator. It says, it opens with a look at how infamous Marvel government program helped turn a Predator into an even more deadly killing machine. Like, how would the Predator even survive the whole process? Like, the whole thing of Wolverine getting the claws and everything from Weapon X was he was the only one that could survive. They literally tell Sabretooth he has almost identical powers. You would not survive the procedure. Only Wolverine could. That was the whole gimmick, is why there isn't a whole bunch of Weapon X's and why they are so adamant to get him back. Remember? Like, if they could just make another Wolverine, they'd be like, well, fuck it. We're not going to go chase that.
Well, they've been trying.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've been trying, but they can't. That's why they keep trying to go after Wolverine to bring him back, because it's like nothing succeeds. It's the bloody kickoff to an epic battle between the Predators and Marvel heroes. A Predator king, emboldened by a new vibranium arsenal and aided by a surprising human ally, launches an all-out invasion of Earth, claiming the planet as a hunting preserve. You'll need to read to see just who, if anyone, will survive, and to witness some shocking twists and turns as the entire Marvel universe finds itself in the Predator's tri-laser crosshairs. I mean, Graviton. You got guys who can control like gravity and shoot laser beams. Like, I'm having a hard time believing Sue Storm could just trap him in a little fucking invisible bubble, right? Why do they do
Blade's
this?
villains is I forgot his name. It's like Mr. X or something. He's a vampire who actually gets hold of an Iron Man suit, so that way he can be under the sun. That's a crazy idea right there.
Remember when Wolverine ripped Hulk from the inside out and killed his inbred children? I remember that.
Oh yeah.
World War Hulk was the last great Marvel book I read. He's the best Avenger. Don't fuck with him. He really is. He's the Planet Smasher, right? It makes no sense. And again, like if they were gonna do this, I would at least go. Predator shows up like in the early days of Marvel, like before all the other heroes and before the big explosion of all these heroes came out, right? Like when there was only a few, like maybe in the 40s. Says in the preview pages, we see a general arrive at a Weapon Plus facility where she meets with the infamous Dr. Cornelius. In the main Marvel universe, Cornelius was the man responsible for the experiments that took Logan into becoming Weapon X and Barry Windsor Smith's iconic Weapon X storyline in the 1990s. Later, Cornelius actually briefly succeeded in killing Wolverine in 2014's The Death of Wolverine. Here, though, the general who arrived at the facility to see the government was getting with the heavy financial investment in the Weapon Plus program, discovers that she probably shouldn't have threatened Cornelius, as her comments about his program being on, quote, the chopping block have instead left her on the literal chopping block as he traps her in the facility. He then unleashes the weapon that he's been working on. And in this reality, instead of being Logan, Weapon X is a Predator. And so when you combine a Predator with the Weapon X treatment that Wolverine was given, so does that mean that there's no Wolverine in this reality?
Must be. Because if the Predator is Weapon X, then Wolverine was never Weapon X.
Hmm.
And maybe he's there, but without the adamantium.
Which is so dumb. Like,
That still won't be able to kill the entire Marvel universe. Come on.
I mean, what's he going to do to Galactus?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, yeah.
And like Doctor Strange. Like, here's why it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, in any other comic, like an alien shows up just like, you know, 1,000,000 miles outside of Earth's atmosphere. Like, there's an alien ship, and Reed goes, guys, we've detected alien life. And they're like, where, Reed? Like, 7 years away in space, there's an alien that might be headed this way. It turned its ship slightly in our direction, so we should be on guard. And then, like, in every other book, it's like, oh, man, the alien showed up, and we had no idea. Oh, the Predator's here. We had no idea. You know, Doctor Strange, people with cosmic awareness. You know, Charles Xavier is literally scanning the planet at all times, but never figures out any of the plans of anybody. How's that happen? Yeah, how does the Predator survive the adamantium operation if he doesn't have regeneration? Well, they said in this that he's getting vibranium. So I don't even know how they got the vibranium for that. I think it's going to be a really shitty book. I'm not looking forward to it. This would, if I was still collecting Marvel comics in the modern day, I would have passed this one up.
Just read the Alien versus Predator comics; they're better.
No, they're stupid too, TJ.
Yeah.
Don't even start me with that.
Those ones are pretty
Miss
good.
me with that one. We have Venom. Venom is essentially the xenomorphs, right? And he can't take over the Marvel universe. The Marvel, like when the invasion of the symbiotes happened, like everyone pushed back the symbiotes, right? Alien shows up and suddenly like everyone's like, oh my God, I can't survive the aliens.
No, I'm saying Alien versus Predator. Yeah. Forget Marvel.
Oh, Alien versus Predator. I thought you were saying Alien versus Marvel.
No.
Oh, yeah. Kind of dumb. He's got, it looks like he's holding Iron Man's mask. He's got Spider-Man there. He's Iron Man, Daredevil, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Thing, Wolverine. Like, Wolverine is on the cover. So apparently there is a Wolverine in this reality.
And he's dead too, damn.
Yeah. How does he stop
Alien versus Capcom? Let's go. There's the Alien versus Predator side-scroller game made by Capcom. That is perfection.
It says, I don't care what metal it is. You're fusing it with your bones, and that shit's going to kill you. Yeah, I agree. They could have named him Weapon X-24 or something. I think it's going to be nerfing. Because again, when you come with licenses and stuff like this, right? Like, clearly the people that own Predator don't want him to look stupid, right? So like, you have to agree to like, he's got to look just as competent as your characters. Like,
you have to put
that's how desperate Marvel is. Think about that. Like, Marvel is that desperate that they got to make a deal with the Predator people to let Predator whip all their asses, so they can maybe generate some buzz and interest in their comics.
Yeah.
Do you know who doesn't need to rely on cheap gimmicks to generate buzz in their comics?
Who's that, Tony?
Shane Davis. And his Anatomic has hit 120,663.
Let's go.
3 days left. Guys, you got to get this. It tells the story of Anatomic, how she became the champion that we meet in the first Inglorious Rex book. Right, so there's a prequel. Shane Davis is Anatomic. Welcome to the arena. Let's watch the trailer. Let's get copyright claimed on the trailer.
If fighting was a god, I would worship him. I would bow to him. I would pray for victory.
Lil T.
For he only grants opportunities. But behind every god lurks a devil. And the devil wants me to take a dive. My name is Anatomic. And this is how my legend was made.
Look at that. Anatomic. Shane Davis. Keeping it real. He has 100.
Shane has the best trailers, dude. He really does.
He does. Shane Davis is Anatomic. Welcome to the Arena comic book. Anatomic Welcome to the Arena is a 40-plus page graphic novel written by Shane Davis and Yanzi Lin and illustrated by Anthony Gonzalez Clark. Set approximately 2 years before the events in Inglorious Rex #1, we're plunging headfirst into the grimy, neon-drenched depths of the city that forged Inglorious Rex, a wild, untamed urban sprawl pulsing with danger and attitude. This prequel zeroes in on a young Anatomic, a fierce, street-smart scrapper clawing her way through the concrete jungle. Years before she'd claim her throne as a legendary Rex pilot, brace yourself for a gritty, no-holds-barred tale that peels back the layers of her origin, navigates the chaotic maze of this electric city, and squares off against the cold-blooded crime syndicates running the show. Man, Shane's getting me excited. I got half a chub reading that, guys. I'm very excited for this, this book. I mean, the monster designs look badass. They look sleek but deadly.
The action looks good. Look at this. The choreography.
Do you think Shane puts on his gear and films himself fighting with Yanzi, and then they use that to make the panels?
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Or he would imagine it himself because he was a boxer, right?
That's what I imagine, Yanzi whipping Shane's ass.
That'd be great.
Shane's like, I'm gonna go easy on you, Yanzi, and the next thing you know, she's like, pow, 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 pow. All right, look at this. Shane censoring the cover. Ass to ass. Get both the main Anatomic Welcome to the Arena comic book and the Inglorious Rex supplemental book, Volume 4, as the connecting ass to ass cover.
I gotta get that.
Literally.
I've been waiting for the Shane covers so I can keep my streak going, and I'm gonna get the ass to keep that streak going.
Yeah. And this 2-book pack is available only until the campaign closes out in the next few days. A virgin variant of the connecting covers is available to everyone on our pre-launch list. Check your email for the secret link. The virgin 2-pack variant is limited to 250 sets across all our crowdfunding platforms. Black bar not printed on the final cover. Thank you for letting me know that, Shane. I was very concerned that we're going to have a big black bar.
Right. The little T doing the pure cinema pose.
It's pure cinema.
He's such a great kingpin, Lil T.
Yeah. So you got the ass to ass covered 2-pack is $50. The ass, the A2A main cover, just getting the one on Anatomic, is $25. The $25 supplementals if you just wanted the right half. I don't know why you wouldn't just get both, right? Because you're getting a supplemental book, and they're a connecting cover, right? Which is awesome. I actually thought of doing something like this, and so seeing Shane do it lets me know that it is possible, right? And of course, you got the Dale cover, supplemental 232 Beast Mode, $75. The John cover, supplemental 232 Beast Mode, $75. Dale cover, cover sketch, $195. Dale cover supplemental, $50. 110. Man, look at this. I got the Johns. Lots of options. Get in where you fit in, guys. Lots of things. The Inglorious Rex, a line art hardcover edition, volume 1. Of course, I got my volume 1 and 2 already, and the supplemental,
Nice.
Inglorious Rex. And of course, I got my 9 Lives comic shot glass that I keep right here next to me for Thirsty Thursdays. It feels like it's slightly smaller than my other shot glass, but it's thicker. Like it's shorter but thicker. If that makes sense. Like it has a bigger.
That's the way the ladies like it.
Yeah. Doesn't got a lot of length, but a lot of girth is what I'm saying. This right here is badass. I do like this guy.
Badass.
Yeah. The book includes 2 exclusive supplemental stories and expands on the backstory of Gunn's rise to becoming Little T's right-hand man, plus a story about one man's foray into the world of Rex fight gambling. Look at that. That cover's badass. Shane's books get me excited. This is what I think. This is what Comicsgate's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
His kaiju designs are on point.
Yeah. Gun Morden. Of course, 232. You got Stingor, Anatomic, Razor. Of course, you can get the cars, 232 race car. I'm sure they're going to do something on the last days. Got 3 days left. I'm sure there's going to be a big push in the next couple of days for the closeout.
If you hate Edwin Boyette, back this.
I have a camera.
He has no camera. He'd have to use his phone or something.
Yeah. I got a desktop. I don't have a laptop. I have a desktop, and I don't even have a monitor. I have a TV that I'm using as a monitor. I said it when I hit 10,000 subs, I'll buy a camera, but we haven't hit 10,000 subs yet. The A2A cover is the something. Yeah, it is. It's quite something. Yanzi's hot. I have a trading card. What, Mikey? Have you seen Yanzi lately? She's been hitting the gym. Debbie is Billy's muse for she, so why not Yanzi? Anatomic looks like Yanzi in Inglorious Rex 1.
Once in the gym, but
yeah. All right. Let's get back to discussing why manga sucks. Right? Right,
no weebs.
This comes from Bleeding Cool. People think manga is, quote, unwoke, but have they read this trans sitcom? Guys, this is exactly what I've been saying.
This has been around for ages, for years, but nobody talked about it.
Everybody wants to point. Yeah, everyone points to like the one popular, like, oh, look, Demon Hunter, look how great and awesome. And, you know, they love us. Japan understands. And then you go, yeah, but what about all that other stuff? Like that other stuff that's clearly woke, you know, clearly female-centric, clearly not the same, right?
There's a reason why all the SJWs have anime profile pictures. Like, let's be real. They've always been influenced by that shit. I mean, they're always about breaking gender norms. You know,
they're androgynous. I was just going to say, yeah.
Since day one. I mean, it wasn't that bad in the 80s and 90s, but it got really worse later on.
Look, I'm going to tell you something that your history class is not going to teach you, okay? Samurai used to fuck other dudes in the ass.
Oh, yeah?
Okay? Just like the Greeks, just like the Spartans.
Just like the Greeks. Yep. They were grooming boys.
Yeah, they were grooming
Alexander
them.
the Great liked it both ways.
So, I mean, it's in their culture. I mean, Kabuki theater, what do you think that is, guys? Come on. It says one of the most stupid and pointless arguments in the culture war. And here's the thing. We have to push this, right? In order to fight back against manga, we have to put it in everyone's mind that manga is just as woke as mainstream comics, right? You have to let them, you have to remind them that this shit exists. Guys, it's just as woke as mainstream comics. You're not fighting the culture war by buying manga. In fact, you're actually giving into the culture war. You're giving in to the woke ideals. One of the most stupid and pointless arguments in the culture wars is the claim that manga and anime are, quote, unwoke, if only because these are produced in Japan and away from the Western wokeness. Those who hate, quote, woke, whatever they think it is, seem to think manga is a safe zone away from it. However, the world of manga is a vast ocean that accommodates every conceivable genre, age group, and subject matter as long as there's an audience for it. And they definitely don't know about manga called F-Compo, aka Family Composition, which is a minor classic created by one of Japan's top creators, Tsukasa Hojo. He's definitely a disgrace to the Hojo clan, the great samurai warriors from back in the gap.
Right.
You might not know this, but the Hojo crest is where the Triforce comes from. So, Shigeru took a lot of inspiration from their classic samurai designs. It is, in short, a sitcom about a young cis man adjusting to living with a trans family. It is one of the most progressive comics. The whole family's trans? That's like weird.
Oh, Jesus, that's a whole new level of woke. And this has been around, huh?
Like the entire family? Like every
Maybe
like
it was the
single member?
cosmic rays or something.
Like it's a normal family. There's a mom and a dad and a brother and a sister, but they're all just reverse genders, right? Like
that would get so fucking confusing.
Yeah, it's like a normal family with extra steps, right? It's like
extra chromosomes.
They're so woke, they're so trans that it just folded back in on itself and became normal.
And exactly, all the gender norms ended up, being achieved anyway.
Johnny Rocket for $10 says Super Killer versus the Punisher Part 2 out now. And I believe that is for free, guys. You can read Super Killer versus the Punisher Part 2. Read it. Thank you, Johnny Rocket. And of course, for $10, you get to hear a non-woke song.
Niggas can be gay too. Whether you like it or you love it, whether you're kissing or you're touching, the right or lust, I know you covet. Niggas can be gay too. There ain't nothing you need to hide. Video games won't really survive. Tomorrow you might not be alive. Niggas can be gay too. Niggas can be gay too.
Yes, TJ, manga can be gay too.
100%.
Yeah. It is, in short, a sitcom about a young... Okay, read that. It is one of the most progressive comic series ever created, and from a time before we had finally found the language to rationally define and discuss LGBTQ issues and representation. The art is gorgeous, the story is meticulously paced and written, and it is sentimental, but also goofy and frequently very funny. And you think nobody would read it? F-Compo was serialized from 1996 to 2000.
So way back in the gap it was around. Look at this.
Yeah. And it's 11 collected Takuban volumes are still in print in Japan. It's been translated and sold in many countries, including France. It has never been published in English. Okay, so there's a couple of key takeaways here, right? And I think that's one of the things that people have to understand. Okay, so the first thing is it was serialized from 1996 to 2000, and I'm focusing on this because that's one of the selling points for manga. That's how manga gets popular, right?
Yeah.
You get a series that goes into serialization. It's a weekly, like Weekly Shonen Jump, right? You get so many pages, chapter, every issue, right? And then later on, they take like 10 chapters and put it in a takuban and go, here you go. Here's a volume, right? That's what we get here in the States. We're getting volumes after the fact, right? We're not getting up to the minute releases like they are in Japan. And again, like I've said this before, like, but by the time we get these series, they're already popular, right? It's like everything has already been weeded out of all the garbage, and only the cream is what we get over here, right? They go, these are the best series, and they send them over here, and everyone goes, look how great manga is! It's so much better than comic books. And I go, yeah, you're just that 5%, 1% off the top that you're getting. That's all you're getting. Right?
Well,
you're not seeing all the
anime out there. You got them. You want to see some horrible art, you know.
As Cosmic says, 15 to 18 pages weekly, like Sturgis Gooning. Each takuban has between 10 to 12 weekly issues. Yeah. So that's what
Sturgis,
I'm saying.
of course, you know, one of the proponents of manga, one of the biggest supporters of that. Here you are.
So if we want to go and compete with manga, do you think that adopting the manga format would work for an American comics? If Marvel, DC, you know, mainstream comics said, okay, fuck it, we're going to give you, like Cosmic said, you know, 14 pages, 15 to 18 pages every week, right? Weekly DC. If they came out with a magazine, Weekly DC, and they gave you 15 to 18 pages of Superman, Batman, Justice League, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, boom, 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 right? So you get like 6 or 7 different series all in a magazine every week. And then, you know, after 10 weeks, you know, they release a graphic novel. They go, here you go. Here's a Green Lantern, you know,
like a trade paper.
10 weeks worth. Yeah, it's like 150 pages. Would that work?
I don't know. I kind of like to try that. That'd be fun. Because you get all those different heroes in one book every week.
BL Blankenship says, no, it wouldn't. I mean, saying no, it wouldn't, BL Blankenship, BL Blanket Bitch, is easy to say no, but I would love if you would expound on that, right? It isn't just the format, it's also the distribution. Manga is in Walmart and Target. No. Go back. We're not talking about, see, again, you're talking the tankubans. I'm talking about at the very base of how they distribute the comics to the Japanese audience, right? Remember, you're talking about after everything's popular and they start going to Walmart. We're going back to the format. If comics did the manga approach from beginning to end, would that work? Only manga I keep up with is Dragon Ball Super and gets the vowels. Yeah, but see, that's where I think manga wins because, again, like you read Weekly Shonen Jump. Like if you're keeping up with, say, Dragon Ball, right? So you're buying it for Dragon Ball, but also all those other series, you might go, well, I'm only here for Dragon Ball, but fuck it, I'll check out this One Piece.
You just ignore everything else. Yeah.
You might not, but you would, you know, at the very least, you have it. So you go, fuck it, I might flip through it. And you know what? Actually, this other one is good. So then you pick up the takuban for One Piece because you're like, now I'm interested in this because it came along with my Dragon Ball, right? So if you're reading essentially Superman, like I got to keep up with Superman, but hey, look, there's a Green Lantern in here. Oh, fuck it, let me read that because I bought it. Might as well read it. Hey, that's actually pretty good. Now I got to get some Green Lantern comics, right? I don't know.
That makes sense.
I think it might. There might be some merit to trying that. Now, I think maybe is it cost prohibitive? Is it, you know? I don't know. Manga has a wide array of types of stories. Yes, I've harped on that so much.
And nobody listens.
Character building has become part of culture. Do you realize that French Dutch comics are huge in their region? Yes, we know that. But we're not discussing French or Dutch comics. We're discussing manga. And how, because everyone says manga is beating American comics. How can we compete, right? Clearly, what we're doing now is not competing with manga, right? So you have to figure out what it is that you can do to compete. Like, I don't have all the answers, and I don't know what the solution is. I'm just offering suggestions and theorizing what could possibly lead to comics picking up again in the U.S. I've said many, many times that you have to target the children, right? If the kids stop reading, because eventually, if you extrapolate it out, right, if all you're getting is 30-year-olds, eventually they die. In 30, 70 years, they're dead. And you never got new, right? It's like cigarettes. Cigarettes has to constantly get new clients because their old clients are dying from fucking lung cancer, right? If you don't get new people smoking, you're out of business. And the same thing with smoking. If you don't get new readers, eventually you're going to go out of business, right? You can only hang on so long by catering to people that are aging themselves out.
Oh, yeah. See, at least in, if we're talking about bande dessinée and all that, right? It's because Europe, they don't have kids. So all their comics are like super high art. Japan would copy some elements from that. And then they just make their cyberpunk stuff. And then the rest is just your usual schlock and trash and boomer shit. That's it. Like, they just dilute some of this. They're not really influenced by bande dessinée. I'm sorry. There's no Mobius in Japan.
It just looks weird. F Campo. So that's a he, and that's a she, and that's also a she, but that's a he. Or no, that's a he. They're all trans. Everyone's trans.
Make a great
F
sitcom.
Campo. Yeah, F Campo is a story of Masahiko Yanagiba, whose parents have both died, and, as requested in his mother's will, is invited to live with his maternal uncle's family, the Wakanese. That's what it is. His uncle is a successful manga artist with his own studio of assistants in the office area of their house. Although the Wakanese are kind and loving, he soon finds out why his other relatives stay away from them. His uncle is a woman, while his aunt is just the... See, it is. Like, everyone is trans. Like, guys, here's why this is dumb. Because, like, most trans people, like, so a guy that becomes a woman usually doesn't go with a woman who becomes a man. That's just straight with extra steps, right?
Yeah. It's back to zero. Yeah, they horseshoed their way back to normal.
They're a fully trans, legally married couple, and Masahiko has no idea whether his cute cousin Shinan Wakani is a boy or a girl, which makes things very complicated for him and his cis-hetero panic. Hilarity ensues. Okay, so here's the other thing, right?
Oh, no. That wouldn't fly.
It's a trans three's company.
Yeah. But it sounds like he's very uncomfortable, and that's where the humor comes from. That would not fly in the West, right? Because look, let's be honest. When it comes to these issues, any humor derived from, oh no, I walked in on my aunt who's really my uncle, right? And that's weird. That humor isn't allowed anymore. Like, you have to, like, everyone has to be perfect. Oh, they're trans, so that means they're perfect, and they look exactly like the opposite gender. And don't you ever make any jokes at their expense. And they're the most angelic beings that ever existed, right? Like,
stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave, yeah. So I think that it would never work here. I think
they're OCs. You're not allowed to make fun of their OCs.
Yeah. It says, and continues to ensue. Hojo is a master of plotting, pacing, farce, and comedy, as evidenced in his classic and highly popular and still in print action-adventure series, City Hunter and Cat's Eye. Did you know they made a City Hunter movie starring Jackie Chan?
Yeah, I was wondering when I heard that name before.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, a City Hunter.
Ton of his movies from Hong Kong.
Yeah, the live-action City Hunter movie is actually the first live-action appearance of several Street Fighter characters.
I'll have to watch it again.
In the movie, Jackie Chan's fighting the bad guy, right? And
yeah,
he gets thrown into a Street Fighter 2 cabinet and then turns into Street Fighter characters. It is the crate, like, it's just a normal fight scene that suddenly, like, takes a huge left turn, and it's so fucking wacky. Do the couple switch clothes and attitude? No, because here's the thing: like a woman is tiny. Even if she becomes a man, she'd still be tiny, and a man's huge. And even if he becomes a woman, he's still huge. So like their clothes wouldn't even fit each other.
You get the eyebrow.
Yeah. Yes, and Jackie Chan plays Chun-Li. Yes, he does. He turns into Chun-Li.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah.
It's the stupidest fucking thing. I would play it, but every time I played it, we've gotten copy struck on it. Both of which are blah blah blah. With the former earning a Netflix live action movie and the latter getting a French live action TV series in 2024 and an upcoming anime series on Disney Plus, Masahiko and the Wakanes keep getting into situations beyond their control. His insistence that his uncle and aunt attend his high school graduation ceremony dressed as their biological sexes nearly becomes a disaster. What is it, the fucking birdcage all of a sudden?
This is the birdcage, yeah.
Which is a great fucking movie. Nathan Lane and Robin
is.
Williams fucking kill it in that movie. That's what I'm saying. Like, gay people were accepted. Like, I don't understand why, like, suddenly, like, gay people thought they were, like, being oppressed. Like, we had movies like that in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Everyone was like, okay, you're gay, whatever. Then it just became like, no, you can't make fun of us. That's where, like, all the woke shit came in. Blah, blah, blah. Until Shion makes him see the light and his aunt and uncle return dressed in their true identities and become admired by everyone there who is none the wiser to their trans identities. In a hazing ritual at his college, Masahiko is press ganged into taking part in their annual cross-dressing beauty contest, only to be taken for a hot girl, which will haunt him for the rest of the manga's run when he gets forced to disguise himself as a girl to save various people in various situations. His cousin Shion is the poster person for the series, with Hojo often drawing them presenting as a hot girl on the covers of the series as a Trojan horse. Shion is kind of a manic, pixie, gender-fluid superhero, self-assured, confident, unflappable, emotionally stable, without any of the emotional vulnerabilities that afflict young LGBTQ people, and always up to some mischief and troublemaking. So it sounds like Japan is super fucking woke, guys. I don't know if you realize
Always
this.
been. Always have
They are the wokies.
The Wokies were influenced by them, too.
B.O. Blinker Bitch says, I feel like it's harmful to comics for people to talk comics that don't read them. It's also stupid to act like everything that comes from the big two sucks when they have some good stuff. Well, That's what we've been saying. We've been preaching that for quite some time.
Unfortunately, Eric July and all of them are, kinds of people you're just mentioning.
Yeah. The Rippaverse fans are literally the people you're talking about. The Rippaverse staff, with the exceptions of Chuck Dixon and Mike Barron, Cannon White. But I'm talking about the other part, the original staff. All right. Real quick, I wanted to show this. Where is it at? What am I looking for? Here it is. So this is Screen Rant's top 10 best-selling manga of 2025 so far. This was published in May, but I think it's very eye-opening when we talk about.
Oh boy,
Kingdom. Kingdom sold 1.3 million volumes worldwide. 1.3 million copies sold.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either, but apparently
this is new to me.
It's a huge seller. It's apparently about the Chinese emperor Qin Shi Huang, which is probably why it sold so well. Because it's almost probably required
China.
It's probably required reading in China. They're probably like
100% the Chinese bought that. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
Then you got Medalist, which is another one I've never heard of.
Never heard of this either.
1 million. What was this? 1.3. This is 1.3, right? And it is 1.31. I want to know how much off is this? Like, is this a 1 and the other one was a 0, or is the other one like a 09, right? Like, How close was
it's a
it?
margin of error thing, Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the margin of error on this? Medalist stars Inori Yutsuku, the young girl who dreams of becoming an Olympic figure skater, are hampered by how, even at 11, she's considered too old for serious training. Guys, this is a manga about a 11-year-old girl who wants to become the next Olympic gold medalist in fucking skating.
Yo, Flash will love it.
But I'm saying 1.3, like when you're talking, this was, remember, the best-selling manga of 2025. It's not an action series. It's not even a historic. This one at least is a historical drama about
premise sounds woke. This girl boss over here.
It's just about a little girl who wants to become an ice skater. And it sold 1.3 million.
This is what's selling.
Does another skater whack her in the knee with a pipe?
Maybe. And it says, one day, Inori meets Tsukasa Akaraji, a former ice dancer on the brink of giving up skating. And when Tsukasa agrees to become Inori's coach, they both begin to show the world how talented they are. This is that. What the hell is that one movie with Will Ferrell where they're ice skaters?
Yes.
Oh,
damn! I forgot the name.
I can picture the poster in my head. Oh,
that's what this is, though. That's what it sounds like. The Japanese version of that.
Like Blades of Steel or something like that?
Yes.
No, Blades of Steel. Yes.
Blades of Glory. Blades of Steel. There it is.
Blades of Steel is the NES hockey game.
Yeah, it is. Such a nerd.
Yeah. All right. Sakamoto Days. 1.37 million volumes sold worldwide. This is about an assassin, a man who was once the world's greatest assassin before he retired to start a family. So this is about like retired Japanese assassins. So at least a little action.
Never heard that trope before.
Yeah. The Apothecary Diaries. 1.58 million volumes sold. It takes place in Imperial China-esque setting and follows Mao, a sharp-witted apothecary abducted and sold into the emperor's palace. Using her extensive medicinal knowledge and keen observation skills, she demonstrates her value beyond being just a worker. And her talent soon attract the attention of the enigmatic eunuch Jinshi, leading to a deeper and more dangerous involvement in court affairs.
So big in China.
Huge in China. Probably in India, too. Blue Box sold 1.69 million copies. Blue Box stars Taka Inomata, a rookie badminton player. Jesus Christ. Is all of these just going to be sports? It's a female.
It's manga always, yeah.
Chinatsu Kanu, the star of the basketball team. It's about it's about lovers. One's a basketball player. One's a tennis player. And that's it. You know, it's like the Romeo and Juliet of Japan, I guess. Star-crossed lovers. My Hero Academia. There you go. 1.75 million. So it took five manga before we even hit something that we know about.
All we never heard of, and then they have the boilerplate normie shit right after. You know, the shit that everybody knows.
And I would imagine these other ones
the basic
sold really
bitch manga.
Think about this. These other ones sold really well, probably without even breaking into the American market, right?
Yeah.
Right. They broke into the Chinese market.
So then we'll see. My Hero Academia. One Piece. One Piece is only number 4.
Show.
One Piece is just too big to get into now. When they talk about the problems of getting into like Spider-Man or Batman, One Piece is the same way. Like if you wanted to get into One Piece now, like, man.
Yeah, how could you?
Blue Lock. This looks like another sports manga. Soccer this time.
Oh, more sports. Let's go.
Follows Japan's failure at the World Cup. Eccentric sports and analysis Jinpachi Ego is hired to come up with a way to push Japan into stardom. The method he came up with is Blue Lock, a grueling training regimen to turn one of 300 strikers into the greatest striker and egoist in Japan. And anyone who fails the program will be barred from playing soccer for Japan for the rest of their lives. So it's like
Captain
the Hunger
Tsubasa at
Games.
home.
Yeah, it's the Hunger Games meets Captain Tsubasa. Danadan. That shit's just weird. Two teenagers obsessed with aliens and the supernatural who end up permanently changed by an encounter with both teens gaining supernatural powers and Okarun losing his genitalia.
Okay.
And then, of course, JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, which is another. So, look, you Demon Slayer is not even on the list.
Wow.
So you had One Piece, My Hero, and JJK, but no Demon Slayer, no Dragon Ball. So yeah. And then they wonder why is manga doing so much better than comic books?
I don't get it.
I just started One Piece anime on episode 84. Got tired of only Dragon Ball and Bleach. Now, proper football is the number one sport in the world. That it is, Cosmic. That it is. But there's like so many. That's what I'm saying. Like you could just name an activity, right? Any fucking activity you can think of. There's a manga for it, right? How many football comic books are there? When I say football comics, I don't mean a superhero that plays football like Gridiron Green. I mean an actual comic that's like delving into the training, playing football, the drama of trying to make the team, just centered on football or basketball.
Baseball, they have
hockey,
billions of baseball. Because Japan loves baseball.
They have everything. They have a football one. It's Ice Shield, right? They have soccer. They have basketball. They have chess. They have shogi. They have fucking badminton.
They have poker?
Yes, they have gambling. There's a whole
gambling. Yep, they have that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that'd be big in China.
They have any. That's what I'm saying. Like literally any activity you can think of. There's probably a manga for it. You know how they say like rule 34 is like if there's something exists on the internet, there's porn of it. Well, if something exists in the world, there's a manga of it.
There's a manga for it. Yep. Food for a guy who goes around eating sweets. That's a whole manga. That's a whole series.
There's a boxing one. There's several boxing. The Ippo no Joe. That's a good one. Megalobox. If you haven't seen Megalobox, the anime, it's on Netflix. Fucking dope. So I mean, literally, how are you going to compete with a? And again, that's why like when you start talking manga versus comics, I go, it's really not a fair comparison, right? Because it's like you got superheroes versus everything, right? It's like at least compare like our superhero shit to just their superhero shit, or at the very least their like shonen shit, right?
It's 2K saying reincarnated horse girl racing.
Yeah.
Is that
like
what it
anything.
is?
It's like a random word generator sometimes, right? Like fucking. I told you, I literally wrote for a game that's an American version of Kantai Collection, which is about literal World War II ships.
World War II ships
that are women, right? That are ship women. It's a thing that exists. That's the other thing, right? Like Japan's really good at like, what's an object? Trucks. Make them women. All right. How about this? Give me another object. Buildings. Make them women.
Consoles.
Turn the buildings into women.
The Neptunia games. Consoles.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of stuff to support, guys, don't forget Ben Soto's got Ciphus #1. Still doesn't have a video. I'm sure he's working on it. It's got 82 days to go. It's already hit its goal of $750. So we got him over the goal.
I backed it. Looks badass.
It does look badass. Ben's a nice guy. Very passionate. He's got this planned to be a 4-part series. He's got everything all already mapped out and ready to go. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to getting the comic, reading it, seeing where we take this series. Hopefully, because I did ask him.
I got the hand cover.
Yeah, I asked him
I
if
think it looks cool.
if it took off, what was he? Is there going to be a cliffhanger? So hopefully he does have plans like a backdoor exit for, hey, if this thing actually does really well to keep it going, right? Or keep the character going at least. So, I mean, it looks badass. You got werewolves, you got vampires, ugly vampires, which we love. None of that sparkling shit.
Colors
you got
are
gore.
immaculate.
You got horror.
Gore.
Look at those
Werewolves.
werewolves.
That werewolf is bad fucking ass.
It is. And they look like werewolves. Like when you think of werewolf, not like the Wolfman, right? These aren't like wolfmen,
right?
That's it's almost like two different species of the same being, right? Because you got like the Lon Chaney Wolfman, right? Where he's like he's upright. He's basically just a hairy dude, right? He's like fucking Eric July after not shaving for a week, right? That's your Hollywood Wolfman, Teen Wolf, right? But then you got your real, like your werewolf from London, right? Your werewolf in London type shit.
The
That's
howling,
what this is. The
dog
howling
soldiers.
Yes. And I'm glad that he went that direction. And again, like same thing with the vampires, right? These aren't your like sparkly, fun vampires. These are like horrible, disfigured
Orlok
creatures.
looking, yeah.
So can't wait to get it, read it. It looks good. I love the preview pages. I love that cover. The Living Dead.
Hell
yeah. Living Dead. So guys, back it today. Back early, back often. That's what we say here at Comicsgate, right? And what? Digital is only $5. You can't beat that, guys. $5 for a digital copy? Come on.
$5.
Can't beat that with a stick.
American Werewolf in London's FX have aged pretty well. That movie looks great. It does.
Yeah.
Because it's a mix. The practical effects age so much better. Right? That's why Spider-Man 2. So if you watch Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, there's CGI in that, but there's also practical effects. They built the Ock arms. They had puppeteers, right, for all those close-up shots. So those arms were real. They were there. They
Same
weren't
with
like
the
digital.
first Jurassic Park. The first Jurassic Park movie.
Or the original Terminator.
Yeah.
And that stop motion stuff, it ages great. I mean, it's stop motion, but it's still fucking cool.
You know what else is cool? Batman Day. Are you ready for Batman Day?
Batman Day?
Yeah.
September. Saturday, the 20th of September, 2025 is Batman Day. Guys, come on. You're telling me you're not excited to be a part of Batman Day? So you could buy DC Comics.
I used to love Batman, but he's just so overdone. I hate to say that. And I'm a DC guy, but it's like, sometimes.
I'm going to be
honest.
honest.
There's great storylines. You say, fuck it.
I like Adam West Batman. I like the Michael Keaton Batman. I don't really like the Batman comics. I've tried to read some Batman comics, and it just wasn't it. Just like,
Don't bring
like
up
the
Batman
game.
comics around Blinded. He'll start crashing out because they drive him nuts.
I don't know. There's some great storylines. Like I read the Court of Owls thing. That was really cool.
Court of Owls was good, actually. Now that you bring it up.
And then they made that into a really good animated movie too.
Did they?
Yeah,
I think that's what's
if you like
ruining
DC animations, the Court of Owls one that they did. I think it's not called that though. I think it's like called Son of Batman or something like that. Like where they introduced Damian that way.
I think Batman the animated series kind of ruined me on DC Comics.
I can see that. I love that show. And like you said, like I still love that show. I still love some Batman stuff.
Well, that show holds up so well. Anyway, DC Comics plans for Batman Day, Saturday the 20th of September, 2025. with H2SH, the new Batman #1, Absolute Batman, and Batman and Robin. So you get 3 new Batman comics all coming out. Batman Day returns from DC Comics. And here's what you're getting in the comic book stores and presumably other places. September will also bring the launch of a new Batman #1 from Matt Fraction and George Jimenez for the beginning of the month. And Batman movie releasing on the day before Batman Day on the 19th of September. Man, they couldn't even coordinate the release of the movie. Just push it back one day to be on Batman Day.
There.
So you get Absolute Batman #1 with a new cover by Nick Dragato for $2.99 cover price. And retailers can order them in bundles of 25 for $25. Let's pretend to be a retailer and just buy a bunch of comics and then sell them for a profit.
Right. Let's start an LLC and we can just buy them like.
No, actually, it's not a new grift. So I was talking to somebody, and they literally said part of the reason with Diamond and their problem was a bunch of people actually did that. A bunch of people. Were pretending to be basically comic book shops, and they were ordering direct from Diamond and then selling them to like their friends and stuff. They'd be like, hey, we would get together like a group of like 10 of us. I'm like, oh man, so we just order 10 copies of this thing, and we all get them cheaper, right? Because we're getting them at a steep discount because we're retailer. Could you imagine the new grift, TJ, buying comic books at retail prices or at wholesale prices and selling them at retail prices? Almost like we could even get a store, we can get a building, TJ. Yeah. So we'll pretend to be like comic sellers. So we'll even get a building where we'll put all these comics where people can come in and buy them from us.
It's a new hotness.
Can we get Niobe comics like that?
You know what? Let's open up a comic store called Niobe Comics. I don't think he can sue us.
No.
Trademark
like Egyptian. Have it like African Egyptian themed, like Niobe Comics store.
Yep.
That would be funny as fuck. Oh my god. Can you imagine?
You get a Batman and Robin
in Canada somewhere.
Yeah, Batman and Robin Year 1 #1. Batman Gotham Sampler Batman Day 2025 Special Edition. A preview of the brand new Batman #1 and an excerpt from the new mature reader series Red Hood #1. And more previews for Nightwing, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman for the new story arcs in September. And again, available to retailers in bundles of 25. So they're having a Batman Gotham sampler. That's what. So see, they already kind of do things like I'm saying. So just go all in, right?
Yeah.
Instead of a sampler, go. This is Batman Gotham, right? Or Gotham. Call it Gotham Knights, and you get a Batman story, a Robin story, a fucking Catwoman, Harley Quinn, whatever. Like all the Bat Family shit. One book, weekly, right? 15 pages for each character.
Yeah,
I think part of the issue
really
is maybe American comic writers don't know how to write 15 quality pages that hook you into reading. I think that might be the issue. Because I mean, remember they're churning out every week 15 pages, and these 15 pages have to get you excited to keep buying for the next week, right? Like they have to hook you. Like there could be no like bad.
They couldn't do that anymore. No way.
It's only the rare occasion when there's an actual good writer behind it.
Hopefully, it's going to be me. I'm going to be that good writer. Now, Batman Year 2 #1 in Batman Day 2025 Hush 20th Anniversary Edition. Oh man, look at all the stuff they're releasing. So Batman Day just sounds like we're releasing a whole shitload of comics that you could buy.
Yeah.
It's like Eric July shit.
Right.
It's like Rippaverse.
Yes. This is Rippaverse stuff. Exactly.
It says Batman Day is an annual event
stuff and you can buy more stuff.
Yeah, organized by DC Entertainment to celebrate and promote Batman. The first one was on the 23rd. Why does Batman doesn't need a day? Batman sells itself. There should be like a Green Arrow Day or like a Mr. Terrific Day.
Yeah.
Right? Like the lesser properties should be getting these like, hey guys.
They only care about Batman.
Let me bring awareness to this other shit. Yeah, but putting all your eggs in the Batman basket, like if Batman's doing good, then it works, right? But like if Batman falls off, then like the entire DC comic just collapses.
It might fall. It might fall off one day. You never know.
That's fun art and not so good story.
Yeah, I have the hardcover omnibus, gigantic ass book. Jim Lee.
Alexander says, when you grift so hard, you become a legitimate business. That's what we're doing.
Fake it until you make it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to pretend to be a comic shop, and we're going to set up a phony building and a business and have books and everything, employees. It's like when you play gay chicken with your friend, and then you're married for 20 years, and you're like, oh, shit. Any day now, he's going to give up. The first one was on the 23rd of July, 2014, for San Diego Comic-Con and Batman's 75th anniversary. It followed the first Superman Day the previous year alongside the release of the Man of Steel movie. Subsequent Batman Days have been on either the third or fourth Saturday in September, such as this one. So not only is it a fake thing, they can't even keep it consistent with the same day, right? Like it should be like the 23rd of July. Should be every year Batman Day. That's the day. Not like shifting, like maybe this year it's on in September.
Or yeah, or like it should be the day that like his parents were shot in that in the comic book every year, or something like that.
Yeah, that would be the real Batman Day, right?
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah,
the day he became Batman. All right. You know what's better than Batman? Fembat. That's right. Look at these transitions.
Oh,
no one can transition the way I can from one thing to the next.
Hell yeah.
You are the trans king, Tony.
Damn it. I walked right into that. Brett Cantrell's bringing us a 1968 girl bit by a vampire at her go-go club. She gains supernatural abilities, makes her friends, and vows to kill the beast who destroyed her humanity. Look at that. Now, guys, go check out Fembat Volume 1. And I believe he's added, a Fembat t-shirt. Look at that. You can get the Fembat shirt that has the Dan Lawless drawing. Okay, so I like this, but if I don't know if Apex is listening. Apex, get the Dan Lawless cover. Okay, here's my suggestion to you, and it's just a suggestion. Okay, it's all up to you. But I would get the Dan Lawless cover, right? Where's it at? Let me scroll down. All right, so get the Dan Lawless cover, and then remove the background. Okay, so you have a transparent background. We just have the Fembat and the drawing, and then put that on a T-shirt. Because I think having the square, because we had that same problem. Remember, TJ, and we just removed everything to put the image.
Yeah.
Because I think it would look better with just the drawing on the shirt. That's my opinion.
The problem is she was drawn for the cover, so she's like missing her legs, right? And parts of
she's
her
missing a little bit on
wings.
the leg and a little bit on the wing. Well, you could because I think you can get away with it. Maybe add a circle. Always add a circle. That's what we do, right?
Yeah, the circle's always the best solution. Yeah,
just add a circle. Yeah, these are so you got T-shirts now. Look at that, $35 for your T-shirts, $50 for a Fembat Volume 1 book and T-shirt. Look at it, you get a blank sketch cover and a shirt.
Goodness, Apex didn't come up with the idea like the Rippaverse would, where you'd have the two drill tits on the shirt.
Yeah, just the drill tits, right? Just the
drill tits.
Just you can wear it like you put it on and right out over your tits.
It's like a dong box did with this shirt.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. Like it's a shirt, but like it's supposed to be like
it's like the cape. See?
Yeah. It's just a no. All right, let's check out this trailer. I love this music. Austin Powers movie. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I heard of the Doors. I'm just saying. I was making a joke. Jesus Christ. I know who the Doors are. I've seen the movie with Val Kilmer. Okay.
Well, at least you got that.
So there it is. Apex Comics. Go check them out. Look at this new Apex comic poster by Anthony Sika, creator of Venerella and Misty America. Shout out. Of course, t-shirts, lots of stuff, lots of goodies you can get on this campaign. I think he's got a Vault pack or something like that.
Oh, that's a new one. Hold on. See this?
What?
The one under, the one with all the blood. This.
Oh.
This. Oh, wow.
And she got that big old titty.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Tits are cool. I agree. I like this one, but it gives me like a X-Force Strife vibe. Like it seems like everything metallic, right? Almost too metallic. Like the mask doesn't have the differentiation between the colors. Like this, see how you got the black and then the what would be gold. Like this one's almost like one solid piece. I mean, it's still beautiful. It's a beautiful drawing by Omar Garcia, but I like this one right here. That's what I did see in what the fuck is that? Pencils Down. They had a bunch of fan art in there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And look at this.
Stray Beans is in
Fembat.
there.
Yeah, he is. Fembat Ultra Tier. All 3 t-shirts, all 4 Fembat comics copies. Bookmark, a black and white original sketch, 2 color prints, an 11 by 17 poster, a bonus Ashcan book, an Enforcer Inc. versus Devastator comic. And someone's popping in, and it's George Peter Gatsitz. What's up, George?
Yeah, I'm here to shill. After
I love this.
After all the shilling.
Look at this, very X-Men inspired. Apex Comics, Enforcer Inc. versus Devastator.
Very nice.
We shield you at the beginning of the show, George. Every that's in our contract. At the beginning of every CG Suburb, we got to play the Critical Blast promo video. Yeah. What's this, George? Oh, this is your movie, right?
What? No. This is advertisement.
For?
This robot here is a farming robot, and he's trying to catch this little purple sphere.
Is this a comic you're working on, or a movie, or what? What is this?
It's a work in progress.
Are you playing with AI again, George?
Oh no! This was created a little while ago.
I know this is like really exciting for you to see your work come to life, but I think it's like really boring for everyone else.
Why? Come on! It can't be boring.
I mean, it can be because it kind of is. if there was like sound effects, so there's like no sound effects, there's no like action, there's no. I mean, it's impressive for what it is, but it's not.
You're
Like,
really
if I took
trying hard to come.
No,
up
I'm
with
saying
that
like if I
word.
took like let's say I took a shit, right, George? I took a shit and it was like 2 foot long. That'd be impressive, but it's still at the end of the day just a shit, right? It's just a big turd. It'd be an
Yes.
impressive turd, but it'd just be a turd. How long does this go on for? Another 6 minutes?
About a half an hour.
Nah, yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah, okay.
That was great, George. We loved it. It was fantastic. All right, so last
I
article.
can't believe I had you guys going for what, a minute? Come on, jeez, you could have just kicked me out.
I don't do that. I'm too kind. Fantastic Four 2, 10 villains who could top Galactus in the MCU sequel.
Look, Annihilus, right in the middle.
So I did scan this article, and I will say off jump, none of these characters are more impressive than Galactus, except one character. But if they make a sequel to Fantastic Four, I don't want a sequel. I want a prequel, right? Because they mentioned how they fought Diablo and the Red Ghost, and you had the Dragon Man cameo. So I want to see that stuff, right? I want to see how they fought Mole Man. Give me the Mole Man.
The sexy Mole Man. Let's go.
Yeah, give me the Diablo stuff. Give me the Wizard. They mentioned the Wizard. How could you just take the Wizard and just
Okay, all right. Okay, I got to stop you there. This is bullshit. They should not continue with this Fantastic Four ever. You see, when Doctor Strange in the Madness movie, when he went into another Earth and met Reed Richards and a bunch of others, right? He knew who Reed Richards was. He goes, "Hey, didn't you guys chart in the 60s?" He knew the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four absolutely exists in the MCU 616 timeline.
Well, George, you know what a joke is, right?
Well, he wouldn't say that.
Yes, he would. He goes, "My name is Mr. Fantastic." He goes, "Oh, didn't you chart in the 60s?" That was him being snarky.
No.
Yes.
That's him actually calling out
No.
Reed Richards
No.
for being in the 60s.
No, you're wrong. Sorry, George.
No,
I
you're
have to-
wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. A, it's my show, so I'm never wrong. And B, that's just him being Doctor Strange, because everyone in the MCU is just a snarky
Yeah,
asshole.
everyone is snarky. True. Thanks to Joss Whedon.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, I want to see like.
But
I
I'm
wanna
not.
see them fight.
I'm not.
You might not like this Fantastic Four. I like this Fantastic Four. Other people did. They're going ahead with it. This is like arguing with my dad, because my dad does this shit too. Where he doesn't like something, so he goes, "Well, they shouldn't do it." I go, "Dad, they made like $1 billion." Yeah, but I didn't like it. Like, well, that's too bad. They made a bunch of money.
Too bad. Too late.
Yeah, they want to continue with it. They signed Pedro Pascal to like a 3-contract deal. Yeah, but fuck them. Like, well, they're just not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
Like the Snyder Bros.
This is not Fantastic Four. This is at best one Fantastic Four.
I like Jim from The Office better than Senor Pedro. I think Jim from The Office played a decent. He wasn't
decent.
in for long, so it's hard to tell how he would have done with more material, right? But for what he was in, it was pretty decent. They might have a council of Reeds, so who knows? They might bring all the Reed Richards back. Anyway, I want to see them fight those other characters in a prequel, not a sequel. So here are the 10 villains. Annihilus. Annihilus is a great villain, but you have to build it up. It's not like, I don't see the first appearance of Annihilus being the Annihilation Wave, right? Like, that's an event you have to build up to. You have to develop the character, show who he is.
Annihilus sucks as a villain because the guy is weak. If he doesn't have his minions supporting him, he'd be toast instantly.
He has a cosmic rod. His rod is cosmic, George.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to use it.
He's got the magic stick.
Yeah,
He got the
magic boom.
Disco stick.
Yes.
Blastar. This one is cheap. If you're
Yeah,
gonna have,
again, this guy, his shtick is just blasting things. You know, just pour some water on him. He's toast.
Looks like
listen
Caliban.
to your poppy, Tony. Nope. I always argue with my dad. You think I argue with you guys? Man, we get into knock down, drag out fights about this bullshit. But afterward, we're fine. Like, we'll yell at each other for hours and get mad and huff and puff, and then like a day later, we're okay. I'm like, you want to go see a movie? Yeah, okay. Diablo again. I don't think Diablo could carry a movie.
No, this guy should have been used instead of Mephisto in the Riri Williams series.
How? Why? How could Diablo?
Because
change
this
reality and
guy, because this guy's clearly Mexican and she's black, and you know what, he can entice her with watermelons and tacos.
Well, he's not Mexican, George. He's Spanish, so it's a different kind of Hispanic. So thank you for insulting two cultures.
Like JDA.
Yeah, this is the JDA of the comic book.
It's JDA of comics.
He's just an alchemist. Again, I think like
yes, and he would throw lead at her, make it into gold, and she would actually take it, steal it, and go pawn it, and so she can build more tech.
While I do believe the idea of science versus magic is an intriguing storyline, I don't think the MCU could pull it off, especially with a character like Diablo, because we haven't established the whole thing not being able to be cured. And like that's Diablo's original shtick, right? He cures the thing, and so the thing like, hey, Reed, you can't fuck with this guy because he's gonna cure me, right? He has this magic potion that he can give me. So I don't know if that's gonna work. The Frightful Four could work, but you would have to do it without the Sandman. So
yeah.
Plus,
it's
Trapster.
Yeah.
Trapster's cool, but his original name of Paste Pot Pete, he hasn't even been introduced. Like, how would you?
Nobody likes that name.
Yeah, if they have the version with Medusa.
These guys are basically the rogues gallery of the Flash in the MCU, or in the Marvel universe.
See Abraxas. Now this is the only one that's.
Who the hell is this guy?
You don't know who Abraxas is?
I know Jesse Ventura did a movie called Braxis.
I think I'd rather listen to Niobe than George. I think a lot of people agree with you, Hidden Hand. So in the Marvel comics, Franklin Richards destroys Galactus, right? And then it becomes known that actually Galactus wasn't just destroying planets. He was keeping an ancient evil at bay. Basically, Abraxas was the devil. Right? One of Marvel's many attempts to be like, there's this super evil that exists. And actually, it was because of Galactus eating planets that the super devil was being kept at bay.
Really? Oh, that's kind of weak.
So he's a multiversal entity of destruction, wields power to annihilate realities and summon cosmic horrors, surpassing Galactus in scope.
How did this guy get defeated anyways? Obviously, he had to have been defeated.
Franklin Richards.
Oh, that's it? He just said Mixoplick backwards and he done?
Pretty much. And then Franklin Richards merges with Gallon and he becomes a new Galactus.
Jeez whiz.
See, they should put the Impossible Man in this list. That way you can have
Yes, this guy. Absolutely. This guy would be a challenge. Absolutely. This guy's like a crazy Dr. Doom, except he doesn't have the armor.
Yeah, but it'd be really it's fun for comics when Mr. Fantastic does something and Matt Thinker goes, I thought 3 steps ahead of you and I've planned for this. It's really cheap for a movie for every time that something happens. He goes, actually, I planned. It's like the Batman, oh, I got fucking shark repellent.
No, you're overthinking it. It's more like Frank.
I'm not overthinking the Thinker.
Yeah. The Mr. Fantastic says, I cured cancer with this vial of goo, and he goes, you know what? I'll take that goo or vial not only will I cure cancer, I'll make it into a monster.
No, actually, he would have went. He would have went.
Symbiote.
I knew he would have gone. I knew you were going to cure cancer, and I've anticipated that. So I've added this extra extract to your goo that cures the cancer, but then gives everyone AIDS. You go, why would you do that?
He's sort of like the leader, the way they depicted him in the movie.
Yeah, and he calls himself the Thinker in the comics. Other men would call me mad, but I am the Thinker. Hyperstorm. Now, this would be retarded. Please don't do this ever.
Who the hell is he?
Oh,
Hyperstorm is an alternate reality son of Franklin Richards and Rachel Summers.
Franklin Richards and Rachel Summers.
Yeah.
You know, in X-Men, was it 143, Days of Future Past? Wasn't Franklin and Rachel in the future shots, the future scenes?
No.
Yeah, he had
Franklin Richards was not in that movie, George.
not the movie, the comic book.
He was not in that comic book either.
Yeah, I think he was. He had.
Look, it's the Molecule Man. The Molecule Man.
I love Molecule Man.
He's awesome, except for he doesn't get his superpowers without the Beyonder. First, you need the Beyonder to be introduced. Then you need the Cosmic Cube to be introduced.
Yeah, good point.
So you need a Beyonder, a Cosmic Cube, and then you need the whole him having powers that don't do shit until Dr. Doom goes, "Hey, stupid, you actually could do a whole bunch more." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, stupid, stop being dumb." And he slaps him in the face. He goes, "Stop being dumb." And he goes, "Oh shit, I can do whatever I want because I'm the
okay, come on. Katie's so stupid. She thinks this is a campaign that you're going through.
campaign. What, Katie? How far behind are you?
That's good. I couldn't come up with that one. That's like primo.
I think this is Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko's campaign, Katie. Oh my God. Several years ago. It's a pretty old campaign.
Right. Partly John Byrne too.
Yeah. So like he's real powerful and stuff, but again, like his powers, like there's too much explanation behind it. The Psycho Man would work, but you have to go to the microverse.
The microverse,
the Psycho Man comes
the whole thing.
And they don't own the microverse because the microverse is owned by another company, a British company. That's why they had to call it the Quantum Realm.
The Quantum,
the movie.
Because Micronauts back there with the Ant-Man 3 being out.
It's my one and only wish if Marvel were to acquire the Micronauts. That would be incredible. The first 13 issues of the Micronauts would be an incredible movie to make.
Yeah. The Puppet Master, he was mentioned in the movie too, and then he's off screen taken down. How did the police arrest all those guys? That's what I want to know. Because he just sent normal police.
Over there. Can you imagine all those supervillains running amok?
Yeah, here's the thing about supervillains being locked up, right? Have you ever noticed there's no bathrooms in the 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot cage?
Yeah, there is. It's right in the corner.
No.
Yeah.
It's only recently that the artists would actually
right
draw
in the corner. Right in the corner, George.
Oh, yeah. Right in the corner.
Right in the corner.
Okay. That went right over me. Okay, good one.
The Puppet Man, again, this is good, but it's just like he's controlling the Fantastic Four, so they're fighting themselves, like just a guy off screen. It works for the comics, but I don't know if it would work for a movie, right? Like, would it be exciting? The villain is the guy who's just on screen playing with puppets. Get him thing, like smashing the Fantastic Four.
In a way, Scarlet Witch was like that.
It would be a TV series with this guy. It would absolutely be a
TV series. Yeah, it would work.
Yeah, it needs
also like he usually makes puppets of like so he makes a puppet of the Hulk. So you would have to have him like bring in other characters to fight the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
maybe
they're too broke to do that.
Yeah. Like if you want to do the Puppet Master, here's my suggestion.
Stingy.
Do the Puppet Master. Have the Fantastic Four fight the Squadron Supreme, and then at the end reveal that it was the puppet master who brought them over here.
Oh,
Because I just want to see
right.
the Squadron Supreme on TV on a big screen. I love I hate Justice League. Love the Squadron Supreme. Marvel, do a Squadron Supreme movie and make it make $1 billion, so that way all the fucking Snyder Bros can feel so salty that your version of their favorite movie made more
Henry
money.
Cavill as Hyperion.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go.
That's right. Absolutely.
This is the perfect casting.
Yes.
Because think
Bring
about
them
it,
all in.
really, the Man of Steel Superman is Hyperion.
Could you imagine if I was Kevin Feige, I'd be like, all right, Henry Cavill, I need you to play Hyperion. I'm gonna go get Gal Gadot. I'm gonna go get all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Get
yes.
Ben Affleck. Get everybody.
Ben Affleck.
Everybody.
Nighthawk, let's go.
Just really fuck with them. So those are their 10 villains. Again, I think the only one that's anything would be Abraxas, but again, you'd have to explain why he exists and
And the guy
a
looks gay
multiversal
compared to
threat.
everybody else. I
Yeah.
mean, look at him. He only has like a cape around him.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like a Greek-looking, Hades-looking deity.
You know who I'd put instead of the Fightful Four? The UFO. Remember those guys? The Hulk villains.
You mean the
discounts. They're
UFOs?
literally.
Not
Yeah,
not UFO, the UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Ironclad. That was the other one.
Their team of Fantastic
X-Ray.
Four.
Yeah, they're pretty much like there's so many versions of that's what the Red Ghosts in them are, basically the Fantastic Four. Right? All right. We're gonna show off one more campaign. We're gonna do one more little round of shilling before we get out of here. Guys, don't forget, you can support Ethan Van Sciver in his Cyberpunk prequels. And they already made $129,000. 7 days left to go. We got a week left. So I guess they'll be closing it out. Man, they'll be closing out on CG Suburbs Day.
Yellow Flash was crashing out about this.
I like this cover. This
Flash.
look at those the eyes on the fly. Anyone else would have just made big red globes with like a little shading, maybe a little shine on it. He went there. Every single crosshatch.
It looks like the Lex.
And the legs. Look at the little hairs. The little fucking hairs on the legs. It looks like a fly. Like it looks gross and nasty. I don't know. Batman exists in the Cyberfrog universe, apparently. That's the only thing that.
Yeah, also 90s pop culture existed there, apparently.
Yeah, but I would stay away from Batman stuff just because that's like other comic book. I do love how he put the Laughing Man.
Yeah.
I think it says all caps, but they're standing in front of it.
That's a great cover.
That's why we're doing no caps comic. None of our characters are ever going to wear a hat. It's no caps comics. No caps in any of our comics. It's controversial. They're gonna get on you, Ethan. She's cutting. The one that Sturgis went nuts on.
This one made him crash out. Yeah.
Why?
Because her like arm is broken. He literally put his arm in that pose, George. He goes,
The same
how's her
pose. And
arm
he's
like
saying, how
this?
can, it's saying it's impossible to do as he's doing the same thing.
Okay, he's a guy and she's a girl.
No, just the arm.
Yeah, just the arm.
George.
I know.
This one.
Like I said,
This arm right here.
The one arm, yeah.
Sturgis is a guy and she's a girl. Maybe he should go out and ask a girl to pose like that, and he'll quickly understand that that is very possible.
If Sturgis went out and asked a girl to pose like that, he'd be quickly found to be in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Called the cops on him.
Okay, so it's a win-win.
Spray mace on him.
John Porton says it would be fun to see the Vespas eat all the Marvel and DC IPs. Maybe some silhouettes in the background hinting at it. That'd be pretty fun.
And just like the crayons.
Yeah. Credence says, no wonder it's taking him a while to make all this. He's got to draw every single hair on that fly.
And also every single note in that book and every single key on the piano and the words in the notepad.
Yeah. Apparently she's met Ethan in real life because he signed her keyboard.
Oh, look at that. Ethan was a
So
musician.
Ethan Van Sciver now
universe.
exists within the Cyberfrog universe.
Yeah.
Again, I just love the coloring and the reflections on all the shiny. Cyberfrog.
Imagine if Chicken Fry becomes a franchise, the real one.
Right?
Good.
I'd eat
If I
that.
was Ethan, here's what I would do. If I was Ethan, and again, Ethan's way more successful than I would be, but I would at least go, hey guys, we should make Chicken Fry like the official Comicsgate thing. You know, like everyone in DC goes a Big Belly Burger. Like there should just be a Chicken Fry in every universe.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Oh,
happen.
that would be cool.
I'll tell you why.
I know it won't happen. I'm just saying.
No. If for whatever reason Ethan says, "Hey, let's make Chicken Fry as a comics brand and stuff like that," the IRS is going to come to him and says, "Excuse me, sir, you don't have like your T-17s for selling food. Where's your liquor license and all that stuff?" He says,
George, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm telling you, the IRS is going to come.
The IRS is going to come because there's Chicken Fry in Anatomic and there's Chicken Fry in John Malin's comics.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. The IRS.
Is this?
It's not insane. Actually, I'm actually referring to a real world scenario. A friend of mine who had advertising agency called Lunchbox Studios.
Look at Grumpy says
he got a call. He got a
We're
call.
not talking about lunchboxes. We're just talking about
he got a
putting
call
it in other
from
people's
the internal.
Sometimes his hibbity jibbity is too much.
And they said
he's still going. He doesn't stop when I kick him. He just keeps going until he gets.
You don't have a restaurant license.
See, just keeps going. Just.
And he said, "I'm an advertising agency."
All right.
The IRS should come for that joke. I agree. So, Cyberfrog. Did I put the link? George got me all confused. I don't even remember if I put the link. Let George speak. He was speaking the whole time, Chesty.
No, Tony muted my mic. I can't speak anymore.
I didn't mute you. I kicked you.
No, you muted my mic. Right there. You muted my mic. Look, you can see my mic. It's muted.
Yeah, right there. Muted. George, how many copies of Cyberfrog did you buy? 6, 7?
I got the 90s originals, and I got the cop. What do you call it? That hardcover collection of the 90s. It's really fucking good. Oh, and I also got this.
What's this?
Wait. Oh, chicken fry box. Look at that.
The chicken fry box.
Oh, that's why George doesn't want more chicken fry stuff, because he doesn't want it to spread out. He wants to have that rare collectible. I got you, George. I'm on to you, buddy.
And just trying to make waves happening. Rocking and rolling.
He's just trying to make his nut.
And greasing the wheels.
Greasing the wheels. All right,
with chicken fat.
Cooking with grease.
Speaking of cooking with grease, Ethan's 10 minutes late for his show. I was going to send you guys over there, but he hasn't even started yet. What the hell? It's crazy. He's late. He's late end game.
We can
right,
for 10 minutes.
No, we're gonna. He's 10 minutes late. We're taking off, guys. Have a good time. Go watch Ethan. Go tell Ethan I said hello. Go support Trashcast. Lots of drama over there. We're out of here. Thanks, George, for being here. Thank you, Autoy, Transylvanian Jack, all the audience members, all the people who send us support. And as always, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.